it's Shel from Paper Rock Teo Studio, and today I am sharing with you my Tag It Tuesday for December. This is a Facebook group started by my friend Sherry Whitfield over on Facebook, and there's a challenge each month in the group, or more like a theme more than a challenge. And this theme is holiday or your own choice. So I decided to use some of the papers that I got from Peg Robinson for Shimmery Art Challenge to make my tag. Whenever we do a collaboration where you send somebody something to use, we always overdo it. You want to give them a choice, so you send them lots and lots of things. And of course, I have a ton of stuff left from after I did my snowman canvas. I still have all these red and silver and gold type things left that I didn't use. So I started out with a piece of packaging that was in the shape of a tag. They make a good base for an altered tag if you don't happen to have a shipping tag handy, and they usually already have a hole and everything. So that was what the base of this was. And then I have some silver mirror paper and red mirror paper, and then this Poinsettia cut out glitter paper that she sent. And so I started out with this silver mirror paper and glued it on to my little recycled packaging piece, trimmed it out to fit, and then I put a piece of that cut out poinsettia piece over it, and then also cut a piece of the red mirror paper for the backing, and then that completely covers up the recycled tag so you don't see it, and you also have an edge of that pretty red shiny around the edge. And the thing that I'm having trouble with the mirror paper, I think I need a different glue because I don't know, the silver had stuff on it, and through this whole process I kept trying to get rid of the residue that was on it to make it shiny again, and I was getting frustrated. It might have been from the baby wipe that I used. The baby wipe might have had residue, aloe or something, although I don't buy that kind, so I don't know. But anyway, that's my frustration with those mirror papers, is that you get a fingerprint or a little bit of glue or something on it and it shows. So no matter how much you polish it, it continues to show. So Peg had also sent me some ribbons and fibers and things, and these are some of those. I do end up adding a red one at the end that is from my own stash, but most of the stuff that I used here, with the exception of a couple scraps of paper, are things that Peg sent me, and I still have a ton left. So this is a piece of cardstock scrap that you can't tell. It's not flat white. It actually has a shimmer to it. This is something that Stampin' Up! Sold for a while. I don't know if they still do, and I can't remember what they called it, but it's got a very, very fine shimmer to it. So I thought that would work. I decided to make a poinsettia, a three-dimensional poinsettia out of paper on top of my tag. I know that there's punches and things to do this, but I don't have any of those, so I just hand cut it. And then something that you can't really see that I'm doing with each petal, you know how you take a pair of scissors and you make curling ribbon? You open the scissors and you put the blade against the ribbon and you pull it and it curls it. That's what I'm doing to the paper. It's just I keep going off screen because I'm pulling it close to myself so that I can see, and so it's hard for you to see what I'm doing, but I'm basically putting the blade against the bottom of the paper and then curling it so it makes it dimensional. I also folded the paper in half to give that petal crease that it would have, and then curled it after again. So I'm just trying to make the paper not lay flat. I want it to have some dimension. Then I grabbed a scrap of a forest green to make my leaves, cut those out. The shape that I made was maybe a little bit more reminiscent of a holly leaf than it was a poinsettia. I'm not sure. I think they have a similar shape. I'm not sure. I can't really remember, but I was trying to make the same type of leaf. Maybe I should have made the petals the shape, that shape too, and then maybe it would look more realistic. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but then I get out a Wink of Stella clear glitter pen, and this has some type of a viscous liquid in it that has this extremely fine glitter or mica, I'm not sure, and it makes everything shimmery. And it has a cute name, Wink of Stella. I think that's really cute. I wanted my poinsettia to look like one of those white ones that has the little tinge of pink. They're in the stores right now. I don't ever buy poinsettias anymore because whenever I do, they just die. I can't keep them alive. I don't know why. So I don't buy them, but they sure are pretty. They sure are pretty. So that's what I was going for, was kind of that pink tinged white. And so that's how come I got out the koi watercolors, and I was just adding a little bit of watercolor red on there to give them that interesting variegated pink on them. Then I have out my hot glue gun to attach all these pieces. Oh yeah, I put some Wink of Stella over the top of these two. Although they have that shimmery stuff in the paper already, I still thought it needed more, so I did my Wink of Stella pen over the top of the watercolor too once it was dry. It sure would be great if you guys could actually see how shiny and shimmery things are on video and in pictures. It's just so hard. I don't know why that is, but it's just tricky. So I'm using my hot glue gun to glue down my 3D elements, and the reason that I'm doing that is because it does give a little bit of dimension. The hot glue isn't flat, so it's, I don't know, it pops it up just a little bit without using a whole bunch of pop dots or tape or whatever. And also it holds it pretty well when you're trying to do, you know, I'm only gluing the very end of the petals, and so, you know, they need something pretty strong to hold it and that will cool off or dry or whatever you want to call it really quick. And that's hot glue. But the downside of hot glue is that it gets those stupid little spider webby strings everywhere. Oh, it's annoying. It's very annoying. So I thought I needed a couple more leaves down at the bottom, so I cut out a couple more, put the Wink of Stella on them, and tucked them in underneath the flower as well. I like to go for odd numbers, so my poinsettia has 7 petals and my leaves are 5 because I just think it's more, I don't know, something about the way our brain works. Odd is better than even. I don't know why. It's just how it is. So then I'm just kind of puffing them up and curling them a little bit more, and it really is quite dimensional. Then I'm looking for something to put in the center. You know how the poinsettia has kind of like these little dots in the center? I decided what I needed was gold because I had put those gold ribbons at the top. So Peg had sent me a package of different sequins, and these gold ones were in there. So I just went ahead and added gold sequins to the center, again with the hot glue, which does make it sort of dimensional as well. Kind of stacked them up into a little bit of a dome, sort of. Worked pretty well. And then I thought, well, I need to bring that gold color through the rest of the tag because it's really just silver and red at this point. And so I decided to scatter the sequins all around the back of the tag as well. And I just did that with a little bit of tacky glue. It's white, but then it dries clear, although it doesn't work very well with the mirror paper. It dries clear, but it still shows on the mirror paper, so yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I'm not sure that there is an adhesive that wouldn't show on the mirror paper, so I guess I won't worry about it. So that brought that tint of gold throughout the whole tag to make it more cohesive. Then I needed something for this top section of the tag, so I decided to put Happy Holidays. Instead of writing it, I decided to stamp and emboss it. That's some type of ink that things will stick to. The Encore, I don't know if they still sell it or not. I've had it for years. And then some fine detail gold embossing powder from Stampin' Up. And of course you just sprinkle it on there, shake it off, and then heat it with the heat tool and it becomes a metallic look. Then I trimmed it down and backed it with that same red mirror paper that I used on for the border of the entire tag. And that of course makes it match and makes it stand out a little bit from the background. So I'm thinking it's about done, but then I decide, well, this is where I'm trying to get rid of those little spider webby things. Supposedly if you hit them with the heat tool they melt and disappear. Doesn't work that well. I still had them on there, but I was trying to clean that residue off the silver paper underneath. Still trying to clean it, still frustrated by it. Through the whole thing I kept seeing the residue and going, grrr, I want that off. So I decided that there needed to be some more intense color towards the center of the flower because it just wasn't looking as quite as it just didn't look the way I wanted it exactly. So I decided to add some red glitter to the interior of the petals. And this is Stampin' Up glitter that they had years ago. It's like a polyester glitter. And I used the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. It's kind of like I always draw a blank. You know that Ranger stuff that everyone uses? What's it called? I know what it's called. I knew it yesterday. I will know it tomorrow. I'll know it in 5 minutes. But right now I can't remember. So here I am trying to show you what it looks like, how shimmery it is by doing it on video, which kind of works pretty well. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and of course check out Tag It Tuesday Facebook group. That's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, it's called Glossy Accents. See, I knew it.